Now, in a definition that you put out many, many years ago on mindfulness, attention is right in the midst of it.
Right.
And concentration practices are in the realm of mindfulness practices, albeit in some ways a little different and overlapping. And attention and concentration flow together. Could
Hmm.
you say a little bit about concentration practices or practices that involve the concentration of attention or the concentration of the mind, and where that uh, plays into all this?
Absolutely. So concentrative practices and mindfulness can begin as a concentrative practice where you just focus on the breath as a way to build kind of stability and focus. So then you have enough kind of energy to penetrate and see things clearly, to have insight. So you're building up your resources. Um, Concentrative meditations have kind of one pointed focus, and sometimes they can be in the form of a mantra where a single word, or the breath, a single point of focus. But it can also be something like the loving kindness or metta practice, where you're concentrating on specific phrases over and over again. And that's what I'm most familiar with. So when I practice loving kindness practice, it's a concentrative practice that is focusing the mind and also purifying the heart. So it's helping you incline your mind and heart in the direction of greater compassion, greater health, greater generosity of spirit. And I think that concentrative practices are really an important foundation for mindfulness, because mindfulness is about kind of open, seeing clearly. But if we can't pay attention, we don't even have the capacity or the lens to look through. And so a lot of times people say that time is our most important resource. I think they're wrong. I think it's our attention. I think attention is our most valuable resource.
Yeah, thank you. When you talk about, being open and seeing clearly, you're moving in some ways in the direction of greater awareness of what's arising and taking place. And that word awareness is its own interesting term in this constellation of terms and ways of being. Could you say a little bit about awareness and how it relates to what we were exploring?
Yeah, so awareness and attention are often used interchangeably, but they're different. And you can think of awareness as like kind of the vast sky, right? It's this kind of large open awareness that's always already here. The sky's always here. We don't have to make the sky happen. Our awareness is innate. We're born with it. We don't have to force ourselves to be aware. But our attention is where it's kind of like a spotlight, and it determines kind of what is illuminated. So something exists over here, but unless we put the spotlight on it, we can't see it. And so attention kind of guides the focus of our awareness. And this is why in the model of mindfulness that I talk about your intention, because we have so many choices about where we focus our attention. And so our intention helps us zero in on what is really most important. What do I value? In what direction do I want to set my compass? And so our intention guides our attention. And then the third element of mindfulness is our attitude, which is how we're paying attention, right? Is it with kindness, with curiosity? So intention is why we pay attention, and attitude is how we pay attention.
Thank you. Now,